Hey, what's up, degenerates? It's your boy, Jake Monroe. We're gonna do metal today. I like metal. Metal was one of my first loves, man. And along with the very early Deer and Grey stuff, metal, or at least gothic metal, was my first introduction to the gothic subculture. And yes, gothic metal is goth. And I promptly became a very arrogant, self-proclaimed metal elitist. Those were the days, man. That was super fun. You can see the type of mid-2000s elitism that arose within the metal subculture very, very clearly represented at the beginning of Brutal Legend with Jack Black. You know, when he's the roadie for that emo band that's whining all over metal? Yeah, it was like that. That's perfectly characterized through that scene. That's exactly how it was. And yes, I must admit, I did like Bullet from Valentine, but that's because they came from a town that was 20 minutes from where I was growing up in Wales. Not from Wales, but I was growing up there. Jake Monroe is not Welsh. But yes, metal was the tits. Unfortunately though, not really a huge metal scene down in the countryside of southwest Wales, so your boy never really got to live the dream. Regional privilege really is a thing, folks. I was in the wrong place at the right time. But no more lamenting over lost or missed opportunities. Never too late to pursue your dream or to achieve your dream. Would have been far nicer to achieve it at 24 rather than 34, but hey, here we are. Everybody loved Snape, didn't they? That boy didn't start acting until he was like 50 or something. Well, let's see what metal TikTok's doing. Yeah, goth reacts to metal TikTok. Yeah, just like the old days. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's still a bunch of chicks just doing that metal. This one. Yeah, that really irritating song. That really irritating song. These girls are still doing it, and they're not getting the irony. They're not. They're like, it's a parody, it's a joke, it's a parody. It's like, how are you not getting it?
Hey, I was invisible! Cool!
I don't feel so good.
You're just, like, you're going to have to accept that everything, everyone, every establishment, every organization, everything has a troubling past. Have any idea the things that need to happen in order for things to become successful? For it to be on the map, for you to be aware of it, for the money that it's earned, or the success that it's had? Am I rambling? Perhaps. But if you're insisting on things being pure, innocent, wholesome, before you get into it, then you're going to have a very empty and unfulfilled life, okay? Do you enjoy it? Good. Enjoy it. This hunting for the puritanical, the morally pure, it's not gonna happen. You are going to exclude yourself from so many things for the sake of signaling a virtue no one gives a f about. It's like, oh, I really like this band, but like they did something like just not like, it's like problematic. They did something like problematic. And? How well do you know your parents? They got a clean record, morally speaking. How about your teachers? How about your boss? How about your best friends? You can't just feign ignorance on this stuff. Really dig. Find out. You can't just say, I love you, Mom, until you find out that she committed fraud at some point or hurled some slurs. Oh, Mommy's just hurling slurs, dude. You see a minority? She's hurling slurs, dude. I used to love my mom, but then I discovered she's hurling slurs. You have to laugh, okay? You laughing at your own joke, Jake? This lame. Do you see anyone else in here? Do you? I'm in here on my own. I'm just telling jokes to no response. I want to laugh at it. It fills the awkwardness. Also, I did find that genuinely fun. Or your dad. Turns out your dad had a harem, and your mom's the only one that got pregnant, so he had to commit, right? Or the other women in the harem became jealous and were like, oh, how come we don't get pregnant and she does? We're leaving. No harem for you. And he's like, no! My harem! Shit! If you're seriously hung up on the wholesomeness, the pureness of heart, on anything and everything in your life, then ultimately, you can't really enjoy anything until it's been vetted thoroughly. Or ignorance is bliss, right? It's like, oh, really? Oh, I love this band. Oh, I love them. It's like, yeah, but did you? No, don't tell me. Because I'm currently ignorant of it, which means I have deniable accountability. I can just listen to this band. Please. I just discovered them this weekend. Please don't tell me what they did. Yeah, but I really like this song, okay? The moment you tell me what he did, I have to stop listening to it. Just enjoy things. People suck. People suck big time. There is no innocence in this world. Except for children, actually. Hurling slurs, dude. This is a real thing. Okay, this is definitely a real thing. Identifying the metalhead, because you can see a metal T-shirt in public as a metalhead and be like, oh, but no, you have to catch yourself. Wait, you have to ascertain the merch that they're wearing. What band is it? I have a funny story about this. I remember back in, I think maybe 2013, maybe before that actually, maybe 2011. This could be quite some time ago. I was in a band. We were looking for a bassist, and one of the guys was like, oh, this guy who's friends with a friend said he'd meet us in town, and we can go talk to him about being a bassist of the band. And I was like, great. The last piece of the puzzle, we can finally play live. We go into town. I don't know why I'm sounding like Christopher Walken. We go in a town, and he's there, and we walk up to him, and he's wearing a Black Veil Brides merch shirt. Yes, it was around this time. And I remember going up to him, and he was like, oh, hey, man. And then I saw the shirt, and I did this is not a word of embellishment. I spun around on my heels, did a 180, and I just power walked all the way through the city center to get away from this kid. I just... Oh, and I wonder why people don't like me. I don't. I'm fully aware. It's a good job that my main priority is not getting people to like me, right? But it was just like, hey, how's it going? And I just remember going, and like just leaving immediately, and just, I don't remember what happened after that, but I think the guy that I was with was just like, yeah, sorry. This is the level of elitist I was, okay? I was that level of metal elitist. Am I proud of it? A little bit. It was definitely a lot of fun. But then you grow the f*** up.
Okay. You got me there. But that is not a crime. Okay.
It's kind of a crime. It's a little bit of a crime, dude. It's a bit crimey, I gotta say. Because you have Soulfly on there. Hell, you got Mastodon on there. And you've got an Obituary and Gojira patch on the same flank as a Ghost patch. It's a bit of a crime. It's gonna be brought up in conversation. Ghost? Oh, I love this platform. Ghost sucks, dude. Ghost sucks. Oh, catharsis. Catharsis, dude. Oh, God, I feel like I just completed. How can you hate on metal when we got bops like these? I can't believe the absolute 180 people have done on this kind of stuff. It's amazing what time does whenever generations are allowed to mature and sort of populate the general consensus on social media of certain topics like bands and movies and that kind of. I remember when The Amazing Spider-Man came out with Andrew Garfield, and everyone hated it because it sucks. Okay? It's Andrew Garfield. And then No Way Home came out, and he was in it, and everyone was like, yeah, Andrew Garfield! I'm like, what? Did we all collectively forget that those movies were universally shit on? I was like, what do you mean, yay? Like, people were like, oh, cool, yeah, they've got a Maguire in there, that's cool. But then on Andrew Garfield, people were like, Grr! And it's the same with Nickelback. Everyone shat on Nickelback when that came out. I remember, I was there. Same with Limp Bizkit. Everyone shat on that when that came out. And it's like, this is the worst, and if you listen to it, you're an idiot. And like, yeah, they were super popular and super huge, but people hated them. Okay? Like big time hate. And then 20 years on. 20 years. In fact, 25 years on. Now everyone's like, what a bop. Can't wait to go to a Limp Bizkit show. Yeah. Just like the old days. What do you mean the old days, motherfucker? I know for a fact that you hated them. I know you did. I actually quite liked Limp Bizkit. When Rolling came out, I was 10. Okay? We were all singing it in the playground. It was great. The song was everywhere. Inescapable. But it's amazing how this shit changes. Like Silent Hill 4. Not even a bad Silent Hill game. It's a bad game. It's just bad. It's a stinky, wet shart of a game. Awful game. And yet for some reason, there's like been this rising appreciation for it's like, oh, Silent Hill 4 is actually one of my favorites in the series. What the f*** are you talking about? What are you talking about? Is this contrarianism? It has to be. Are you being a contrarian? It's the same with Simpsons Hit and Run. I think Simpsons Hit and Run may be the most perfect microcosm for this entire concept. Because even though Simpsons Hit and Run and Grand Theft Auto 3 came out relatively the same time, or at least a few years apart, you can usually tell the age of someone or whereabouts they fall in being a millennial by which game they wistfully think about in their old age. I, for one, was a GTA 3 player. I love that game. I was born in 1991. GTA 3 was the tits. I was actually able to fly the dodo from the airport to the other island and then past that island and all the way to the next one. I remember just doing cheat codes, getting over there and just doing that all day. Just getting the best in my school at doing that. But kids who were younger than me, like maybe 4 years younger than I was, they were then playing Simpsons Hit and Run. That was their GTA. So this weird obsession with Simpsons Hit and Run, I was like, GTA 3 was right there. What do you mean you're playing Simpsons Hit and Run? A TV show licensed game? A tie-in game called Hit and Run that's just Grand Theft Auto, just cashing in on the Grand Theft Auto popularity? Like, yeah, well, I was a kid and I played it. It was like, oh, it's the generational separation. That's what it is. Because there is separation within generations. There are. Like, yeah, you can be a millennial, but like millennials are like 27, I think. That's the youngest one. I'm 34, and I think they get as old as like 45 or something. That's quite a broad stretch. So you have the different representations for these generations based on the kind of content that one found shit and the other found good based on where they were generationally. It's interesting. Wholesome metal has been discovered. Metal production is so deceiving because a lot of people will be like, whoa, how's he doing those vocals? And it's like, what do you mean, how's he doing them? I understand. Because drums are loud. Guitars are loud. So a lot of people make the distinction. It's like, okay, well then he's doing that sound, but loud. No, he's not. It's about this quiet. It's super quiet. It's very quiet. And then they bring it up with compressors and limiters and all sorts of saturators and distortions and that kind of stuff. High gain preamps, and it just makes it sound like it's a creature yelling this sound, but it's not. It's just that's all it is. That's all it is. Sorry to break the illusion for you, but as a metal vocalist struggling with trying to get some of the insane sounds as loud as possible, you do kind of need to figure out sooner rather than later that these noises they're making are not loud. It's super quiet. And then you got Alex Terrible doing this. Unbelievable. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jake Monroe. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.